Have you ever thought of this question? How does a baby know that their parents love him or her? So if you're a baby and you do what babies do, you lay around all day, you get hungry, you sleep, you wake up, you cry. How does a baby know what love is, first and foremost, and that the parent or guardian or whoever, grandparent, that they love them? Have you ever thought about that question? Well, on the outset, if we look at the psychology of a baby and look at the mind of a baby, we know that babies are not really capable of fully understanding these deep, abstract concepts such as love and love. Sometimes we even get that wrong, right? We think about our impulses and whatever we feel in the moment. Oh, I love that, or I love that, and we get that word wrong sometimes. But if we were to assume that whatever the baby is feeling towards them is love, how do they know that this particular individual or individuals are the ones that I should love? Well, what we see here is when a baby cries, or when a baby's happy, or the faces that they see most often in a positive sense are the ones that they attach to, and we start to interpret that feeling or that relationship as love. A baby will cry when they're hungry or when they're wet or what have you, and there will be someone who comes to their aid, and someone who regularly interacts with them and helps them to get what will make them better in that particular moment. So in that case, a baby will then associate that particular person with fulfilling the needs that I have. So if I'm a baby and I'm wet or I'm hungry, in that moment, that need is the most vital thing in the entire universe that I can expect. We know that is an undeveloped mind thinking that way, because while we might think that our hunger, that we didn't eat lunch, is the most important thing in the whole universe, we know that it really isn't. But a baby believes with all of its heart that that is the most vital and horrible thing that could happen, and anyone who can soothe that particular thing is the one that they attach to and see as the provider, right? Okay, I know I'm talking about a baby here, and it's a weird illustration, but hear me out. So as humans, we develop this ability and this idea that whoever can consistently meet our deepest and most vital needs are the ones that we trust and the ones that we attach to. So on an earthly level, whether it's physical, I love my wife, she fulfills every physical, emotional, mental need that I have here on earth. And, I can't expect her to be fulfilling 100% and all of those kind of things. We know we can't hold humans to those standards, because sometimes I get frustrated and, oh, she didn't read my mind, things like that. But God knows us so well that He knows exactly what we need. 1 John chapter 4 verses 9 through 10 says, "This is how God showed His love among us. He sent His one and only Son into the world that we might live through Him. This is love, not that we loved God, but that He loved us and sent His Son as an atoning sacrifice for our sins." We know on the earthly plane here, we have something called felt needs. Like, I have to eat, I have to sleep, I'm hoping I have a shelter over my head, things like that. But there's a felt need and there's the actual deep need. And that is this need to reconcile our spirits to the one who created us. God knows that that is our deepest and most sacred need, and He provides that for us. So if we do the equation here and what we're talking about, we know that we can trust Him. We know that we can give Him everything. We know that we can put our faith and our burdens into His lap. And just like a little baby, we can call Him Father, and He embraces us. Something to think about today, huh?